How did we forget that we are insanely lucky living beings on a rock hurtling through space? How did we forget, in the grand scheme of things, that we are magical cartoon characters in a three-dimensional plane of existence that is incomprehensibly complex? How did we forget? And how did you convince yourself that your beats are crap? The very fact that, let's say, an anteater. Let's have an anteater. Let's say you have a pet anteater, and it's just not as good at eating ants as the other anteaters around. Do you feel shame that you're socializing with a less than adequate anteater? Or do you not even you don't even give a shit? At this point, you're wondering, have I gone insane? Yes. Well, you have to realize that we are the universe experiencing itself in a sort of vanity kind of expression of all living matter, and this is a miraculous, incredible journey that we're on. And the most insane thing you can do is cut yourself short, sell yourself short. It's like you get to create this. You get to design how you perceive the world. Your ability to craft these sonic adventures, and I don't mean the Dreamcast game. I mean like your audio odyssey. Hey, that sounded cool. I'm smart. Not really. But we kind of forgot that, and we through competition, through having to pay the bills, eat our chicken nuggets and whale blubber, we've decided that if we cannot afford the Dijon whale blubber, that we essentially are just inept at our craft, or that it's not worth it, or that what we've created, if it hasn't given us the whole payola, that it's not valuable. Well, that's up to you to decide. You get to choose that. I want to live my life, and I want to live it in a very mundane, mediocre way. I have no other choice. You do have a choice. I just want to let you know that. It may not seem like you have the means to live to your greatest potential right now, but that is just an illusion, because every step you put one in front of the other in the right direction is you accomplishing that distant goal. Every step, when you make that goal, every step towards it is accomplishing it. It's like time. It's not linear. I've seen enough movies to know that So basically, we are caught in this cycle of saying, it's not good enough, it's not good enough, my work isn't good enough, because I didn't try hard enough, because I haven't learned enough, because I don't have the right gear, because I don't have enough fans, because I mixed it wrong. It sounds like someone farting into a bullhorn, although I doubt it. But you know, never be good enough. And you know why? Because good enough is impossible. Nothing is good enough. A snow cone, as much as people, you remember going to a fair as a kid, and you go and you're like, Mom, I need a snow cone. Like, the vivid colors and the syrup and everything. It's ice and syrup. You know, it's like, but once you got that snow cone, you're like, this is great for like 2 seconds. And then you're like, no, this is bullshit. So, nothing's good enough. But you know what was good? It was that moment when you had that drive. You're like, you saw that snow cone. You're like, I need that in my life. And from this moment on, everything that I attempt to do in my life is carrying me towards that snow cone. And it's just a perfect parable, because I came up with it, for the chase is better than the catch. So don't spend the entire chase chasing something that you cannot snatch. Ooh, there you go. Smart stuff, real smart stuff today. So the chase is your experience right now. It's getting to where you want to be. When you get there, you'll be in the exact same mood, place. Fucking, it just won't be different. Trust me. You'll be exactly the same as you are now, only with more stuff. And you'll be wondering, hey, is this really where I wanted to be? I thought I was going to feel different. I thought that my entire life was going to upgrade. I thought my brain would grow twice its size. And, you know, the unfortunate part is that rarely happens. So, when I sit down to make a beat, my favorite thing is going through presets and finding one that I'm like, hey, I wonder what this melody would sound like with that preset. I wonder if I could make this cheesy DX10 fruity plugin sound good. I wonder if it won't sound good, but it'll be funky. And it's just a process. It's the process of doing that. I might have the bragging rights. I've been so addicted to that process that I've been able to make countless derivative, generic beats over my entire career. And I could not be more happy with what I have done. So, yeah, it's good enough. What is good enough? It's good. It doesn't have to be good enough. What is enough? You don't, like, music is one of those things where it's like, if you're trying to reach a specific place, that really can't be quantifiable. Like, if you have a professional sounding mix, that's cool, but that's one aspect of it. You know, what about the melody? What about everything? You want it to be exactly a certain way, then you have to plan it out. You have to figure out exactly what you want and then make it. The only problem is, with creativity, a lot of us don't even know what the fuck we want. Just like every existential crisis day of my life, I try to think, what am I doing right now? Am I just being carried along by the muses of distraction? What am I doing? And it's like, it really doesn't matter. It's nobody's business what I'm doing. If I decide that right now I'm going in the right direction and that I'm proud of myself for not giving in to temptation, not becoming a cantankerous barnacle, right? Screaming at the kids at the skate park, skating around. You should be wearing a helmet. It's like, no. I want to create joy and laughter and light and sandwiches in the world, and I can only accomplish that if I live in the moment and say to myself, I'm doing the best that I can. Simply because I don't have the means to make a hero sandwich doesn't mean that my bologna sandwich is not the best fucking thing on the planet right now. Okay, every second you get to decide. Every second you either say to yourself, this is successful or it isn't. But if you end up saying, this moment that I've spent is not successful, there's only one thing you can do. Either continue on that path or change it. What are you going to do to make yourself successful? And sometimes it's as easy as saying, I want this moment to be successful. Is it successful? If I've chosen it, it is successful. There you go. Easy as that. But we have to rattle ourselves. We have to shake ourselves like a rattlesnake's little maraca tail. You have to shake ourselves out of this trance that we're in, this societal zeitgeist of not good enough. It's like, no, fucking wake up. Just do things that you like doing. Be happy, be merry. You're not even guaranteed to live past the next week. So this time is crucial. I don't care if you're like a 22-year-old old man or a 40-year-old like one of those dragon wizards who's been keeping themselves alive with magic for thousands of years, kind of thing, from Skyrim. Or somehow older than 40. I don't even know how this is possible. But anyways, the truth is that every moment is important, but not crucial. You don't have to grind, do a Sigma grind set until you have a business or several businesses by the time you're 26, because you should be thinking about retirement. I mean, I'm kidding, but every moment you get to experience being a human, being alive. Right now, I'm sitting here and I've got my cat on my lap. And these are just arbitrary words. Cat, lap, human, TV, microphone, music. They're all just words. You say them enough times over and over and over and they lose meaning. What I'm experiencing is incredible. I mean, I can comfortably say that because I'm not being firebombed, but I mean by a giant mecha spider or something, or DC-110, DC-130, something. I'm not sure, but I'm doing pretty good. I have a roof over my head and windows to look out of, which is also a benefit of being in an apartment, and I feel pretty good. So, essentially, just remember this. If you're going to remember anything other than my hysterical jokes, remember that there are a lot of people out there making horrible choices, doing horrible things to other people and animals and the planet, and just littering and like, you know, like taking, they could be like a grown adult and taking like sticks and whacking bushes, making a mess. The old uh, uh, gravel road on the turnpike got all the leaves everywhere. Just not a good look. People making shitty choices, having shitty attitudes, and you can't go around thinking that simply because your beats don't sound like Susie, Ron, Jericho, Calamanda, Pineapple Express, the band, simply because you don't have a billion subscribers joining you every day, doesn't mean that you're a shitty person or that you should think any less of yourself, even slightly. Who cares? You have multiple personality. No, that's an outdated term. You have dissociative identity disorder. You only have one working limb, and you are. I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically, it's like you're making beats. It's like it doesn't matter where you're from, what kind of walk of life you're from, what challenges you have. If you're being a good person, you're a great deal percentage more better than a lot of people who are making awful choices. And how can making even the shittiest beat on the planet be in any way a bad thing or anything to feel shameful about compared to real evils that are happening right now? You're fine. You're good. Like, zero world problems, or not. How do you say zeroth? I don't think that's ever been discussed. Zeroth. You have zeroth world problems. It's like in a utopian society where everyone just can like think of a hamburger and they feed a whole underdeveloped nation of hamburgers because we all have psychic powers or whatever. So, anyways, you know what I mean. You just gotta have faith. Gotta have faith that if you do positive things, like make shitty beats, which they aren't, but you just whatever, that you will essentially ascend to the outer rim where you will become enlightened. You'll become a musical genius overnight. It'll just like it'll happen. Trust me. As long as you just keep on making one little step after another in the right direction. Plan every day. Create it. Be active in what you want to do. Make a plan. What are your goals? Really, flesh them out. And yeah, it's not a competition. It's collaborative. If you find it hard to make a plan by yourself, or practice by yourself, or come up with ideas, brainstorm by yourself, then find as many people who are on your same path, and there you go. Successful people are teams. They're crews. Like, you think of a pop star like Britney Spears, a lot of people want to misunderstand the fact that she is just her doing all this shit, like taking care of everything. It's like, no, she does one aspect of all that. She's the face, but Britney Spears is not just Britney Spears. Britney Spears is a friggin' army of people. You've got everyone from the roadies to the guitar player to the promoters to the people who design her posters. You know, the sweatshop screen printing her shirts for like $1 an hour. Or no, not $1 a week probably, because $1 an hour would actually be a lot for a sweatshop worker. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Get your team. Get people to collaborate. many hands make light work, and experimentation is the key to ultra mega success. And that means like experimenting with finding different people from different genres or different backgrounds, different ages, different places all over the world. Try different things and really fine tune it. The only way that you are going to succeed is if you continue trying new things and try weird things, try things that don't work, because you never know, they might work. If you do something horrible in the worst way, I mean just like as far as music goes, when it comes to not a question of morality but a question of skill or talent, then essentially you'll break through the other side of the whole rigmarole and you'll come out successful. Getting back up, for like if you fail, like getting back up is only relevant if you have decided that you've fallen down, because a lot of times failure is not really it's not falling down, it's just one step after another. It's not even rolling your ankle, it's just like stepping on a crack on the pavement. Sure, you got a whole bunch of bad luck from that, but you're a badass. You can deal with it. You can swindle your way out of any kind of negative omen. So, yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about. Why do we forget? Why do we forget that we're incredibly important human beings? Where you can't label us, you can't even describe us or define us as anything other than light and love, eat, pray, fart. You know what I mean? You're a lot more important to people than you might think. It's like, when will we start to embrace what makes people envious of us? How dare you say that your beats suck? There's so many people out there who wish they had an ounce of the skill that you had. They wish they could execute even one of your songs. You know, like, you are privileged, and I don't mean to take away from your hard work, but don't doubt yourself. There's many people out there who, if you have the right attitude, will support you all the way. Just keep everything in perspective. You're making beautiful music on this rock flying through space. Yeah. Now, fuck off. And have a great day. Thank you. Bye.